set up. So go live. All right, cool. So in this video, I'll be talking about step by step on exactly how to, how to go about analyzing products for wholesaling, exactly how to, find products and contact suppliers and whatnot. So, one thing that I really wanted to explain to you guys and make sure that you guys understood is the most important thing is making sure that you actually find the products that you want to sell. Find products that actually have profitability, right? Making sure that these products actually will make you money after all, because that's kind of the most important thing and why everybody is doing this, right? So unlike private labeling, with wholesaling, you're not exactly you're creating your own listing. You're not exactly starting something fresh, starting something new. All you are doing is you're actually starting piggybacking on another listing, piggybacking on somebody else's success, just like how I teach everybody and what I tell you guys. So what you want to do is you want to either first, I mean, you could, two ways. You could either go about it by getting a supplier, or let's say a distributor that you heard of, or let's say you find somebody, you find a distributor about one product that you found from whatever it is, and then you go about trying to see the catalog that they have. What is their catalog, and that's one of the most important thing, is making sure that you know what the catalog is and exactly everything they cover, because you're not going to contact one supplier, you're not going to contact one distributor for just one product. You know what I mean? You're going to contact them for multiple products an application. You need to first get approved. After you get approved, then what you want to do is you want to actually go ahead and go about getting their catalogs, having them send you their catalogs. And then once you look at the catalogs, let's say you decide that, hey, I like, of brands, and every brand, let's say they may have 10 brands and every brand has 10 products. We're talking about 200 products. Are you really going to go through the whole thing? Or you might highlight a few important products they really like and then just kind of go about it that way. So what you want to do first is you want to contact the supplier, make sure you get the catalog, ask for a discount, so that way when you go and do product analysis, you know exactly what you're looking for. You know exactly what it is that you are, trying to find. And then the other thing is you find the number one step, or the number two step. You find that product on Amazon. You go and search that product. Once you have found that product on Amazon, then what you want to do is you want to actually go about trying to get that product, and look at the BSR, the best sellers rank. So with wholesaling and arbitrage, we actually do look at the BSR. We actually do look at the best sellers rank. Unlike private labeling, we don't look at that, right? So what you're trying to find, what you're looking for, is you're looking for BSRs below 30 to 50,000. Okay, so anything below 30 to 50,000, it sells at least 5 to 10 a day. That is decent. That is a good number that you could shoot for. So that's kind of where what you want to do, right? That's kind of what you want to look for. All right, trying to get that. Okay. And once you have found the product, once you have found something that you actually think that it's a good product, and that the BSR is there, the BSR is within what you're looking for. Then what you want to do is you want to see um, um, how many different um, sellers are on the buy box, right? Because that's the most important thing, is figuring out how much can you sell that product. In order for you to figure out your cost and your profits, you need to figure out how much you can sell it for. What you want to do is you don't want to go on a race to the bottom with the sellers. What you want to do is you want to make sure that you are actually listing your product at the same price as the lowest seller, 90 or 18.99 or whatever. You want to go at the same price as the lowest price possible, okay? Because you don't want to have a race down to the bottom. You want to share the buy box. And the way Amazon works is whoever's within the same price, they actually rotate them into the buy box. So the buy box is where all the checkout happens within. So when you click add to cart, let's say it's turn the turn for seller A, and then seller A will get the sell, and then the next buyer will get the seller B to sell their product, and then the third buyer gets seller C. You know what I mean? And there are three sellers that are rotating within the buy box. So that's what you want to do. You don't want to keep getting a raise down the bottom. You want to stay on the same price or going as the same price as everybody else, at least the lowest price, whatever lowest price is, okay? That way you guys can share the buy box. After that happens, then you want to go to FBA calculator. And when going to FBA calculator, what do? Is you actually figure out how much cost is to send your inventory to FBA, to Amazon, and how much Amazon is going to charge you to pretty much fulfill your orders for you. You know what I mean? Because it is very smart to actually send over your inventory to Amazon and make sure that Amazon is fulfilling your orders for you. Because here's the thing. You're in the wholesaling business not to sell one or two products. You're in the wholesaling business to sell tens of products. Well, what if, you've got 20 products and you're selling 20 units of each? We're talking about 400 units a day that you're selling. Can you really, imagine yourself trying to fulfill 400 orders a day, ship them, box them, take them to the UPS office, do all that? I know. I mean, I can't do it with 100 units that I sell a day. I know. I wouldn't have a life. I would just be sitting home all day, every single day, 24 hours a day, pretty much, shipping orders. So what you want to do is you just want to send your inventory to Amazon and have them worry about it. Now, with wholesaling, you do have to ship the products over to you first. So that way you can prep the product and then send it over to Amazon for fulfillment, right? So, which is why I said in my earlier videos this week, you need to have a business address, because a lot of those suppliers won't deal with you if you don't. They won't take you seriously. They won't think you're a serious dude or you're a serious business if you're getting the product sent over to your house or whatever. You know what I mean? So that's why you need to have a business address, and you need to have it to where it's actually, being sent over to your business address, not your house. You know what I mean? So before we even get here, as we talked about in my previous videos, what you want to do is you want to first have a business entity actually established. You need to make sure that you have an email address for your business, and that is connected to your domain. So it's not like, wholesalersus@gmail.com. No, it's info@wholesalersus.com, or Bashar@wholesalersus.com, or Jason@wholesalersus.com, something like that. So it's an actual domain that's got to do with your business. The number 3 thing is you need to have a business address. That way, these suppliers take you seriously. They actually don't think they're just another Amazon seller trying to carry their brand. Because look, I don't know if you guys have noticed, I know many who get into Amazon, they try to do arbitrage because they think it's a little money to start up front and stuff like that. But I'm pretty sure you guys have noticed that a lot of times when you try to, to actually list a product, it says restricted. And but however, at the same time, you see other sellers selling the same product. And that's when you who distributes the brand's products for them. You know what I mean? So you need to contact them and get an oath, get their blessing, pretty much. Send a letter, say, hey, I want to sell, I want to become another seller. And, there's a process. It's an application. Once again, the main requirements, you need to be incorporated. You need to have an email address. You have a website, legitimate website that actually explains that you are that seller, and then you need to have a business address. Once you go through the entire, and then there is probably a minimum quantity order, they need to actually, be within. Some of them are $250, some of $1,000, some $5,000, $10,000, depending exactly on what it is they are trying to sell, what brand it is they're trying to carry. Work on your discounts, and then you go up and then you try to get the catalog. Then you go on Amazon and you analyze those products. Number 1 thing you look at for BSR, making sure that it's below 30 to 50,000. I found a couple, actually made a video about this. As I told you, I go live every day, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I make a video about the same topic, and I post on my YouTube channel. So if you guys go on my YouTube channel, you will see that I found a product that actually the BSR for was 222. which is amazing, right? I mean, 2022 in a broad category in a house, I think it was household or something. I think we're selling 100, 150 units a day. So if you're sharing the buy box with 5 other sellers, you're selling 20 units at least of that one product a day. A day, that's just one product. That is pretty awesome. You know what I mean? So by doing that, now you have applied for one product or one supplier, one distributor, one brand. You've gone that. You have one product selling you 20 units a day. What if you find, 5 more or 2 more products within that same brand? Now you're selling 40 to 60 units a day. Even if you're making $2 a pop, you're making 100 to $120 a day and profits of just one brand selling 3 to 5 products of just one brand. So imagine if you have 10 of those brands, a few months down the line, you're making $500 to $1,000 a day just from those brands. You know what I mean? So this is kind of where it's at. This is kind of, how things work. This is kind of how exactly you should be looking at it. With wholesaling, however, it is a little bit more, more money up front. It is a little bit more, at least with the distributors that actually matter, right? You may have some distributors that will tell you, well, our minimum quantity order is 10 units or 20 units or 100 units, and they cost a couple dollars each. So you're talking about a couple $100. But really, how much are you going to be selling that product for? And are they quality? Do they sell that many a day? Typically with the more quality distributors, you're looking at a more minimum quantity order. You're looking at tougher barriers to get into the business or to even become a seller for them. But after you get the BSR, then you go to FBA calculator. You figure out exactly how much Amazon is going to charge you, and you need to put in the selling price. You already know the selling price because you're just going to piggyback on the other sellers that are already selling that product. Once you get that price, you put them to the FBA calculator. FBA calculator will tell you we're going to charge. So let's say the price is $19.99. They're going to charge you referral fee, which is usually 19 or 15% or $1, whichever is greater. And then they'll go into the FBA fees, which is the fulfillment fee, the shipping, the handling, all that. And then they'll tell you, okay, so from $19.99, we're going to charge you $4.50. So you've got this much money, what is it, $15.50 left. And then you got to go back to your catalog and see how much it costs you to actually buy that product. And then you try to negotiate a price breakdown, like, hey, what if I order an extra 100? What if I do this? What if I do that? Because of the whole goal is to get the product for as cheaper as possible. That way you can make as more profit as possible, right? So you get the product, then you're good to go. You get it shipped over, you prep it, you send it to Amazon, bam, you start selling. It's as easy as that. Really the hard work is getting, it's kind of getting over the barrier, getting you their listing on Amazon. That's the most important thing, at least in my experience, at least what I think, So that's kind of where it's at, guys. Once again, shortcut to your Amazon to be a seller mentor. I did post it, or I already recorded it, but I'm going to be posting a video here actually like literally right now about exactly, how I do it. I'll be showing you my screen exactly how I analyze the product, what I look for and whatnot. And then that way, so you guys can see exactly what I do and what I go through. You know what I mean? But aside from that, guys, be shortcut to your Amazon to be a seller mentor. If you guys have any questions, please drop them in the comments below. Please let me know where you are in the process. Listen, I'm a private labeler and I mentor for private labeling. This whole week, however, I am taking it off from private labeling and I'm covering wholesaling because I've had a lot of you guys inquire about wholesaling. I've had a lot of you guys say, hey, post some videos about wholesaling. We want to learn a little bit more about it. We want to see exactly how it works, what do we need to do. So this is exactly what I'm doing. So if you guys have any questions, drop them in the comments below. First, I'll be leaving a link here to my mentorship program. If you guys want to join that, I do have a payment plan now in place. So that way you guys don't have to come up with the whole, amount up front. It's over 3 weeks. Aside from that, guys, I'll be a seller mentor. Thank you very much for being part of this amazing community. If you guys got any questions, go ahead and drop them in the comments below. And the video and just the funny. So, guys, thank you very much for being here. Y'all have a great day and peace out.